Professor Jenny Nieto and classmate. Today I'm going to present my final exam. In this occasion, I'm going to talk about behaviorism learning theory. So let's start. The behaviorism learning theory is the idea that how a student behaves is based on their interaction with their environment. It suggests that behaviors are influenced and learned from external forces rather than internal forces. Psychologists have been working on the idea of behaviorism since the 19th century. Behavioral learning theory is the basis for psychology that can be observed and quantified. Positive reinforcement is a popular element of behaviorism. Classical conditioning, observing Pavlov dog experiments, suggests that behaviors are directly motivated by the reward that can be obtained. Teachers in a classroom can use positive reinforcement to help students better learn a concept. Students who receive positive reinforcement are more likely to retain information. Moving forward, a direct result of the behaviorism theory. Now, let's go and talk about Suggestopedia method. Suggestopedia is teaching method developed by Bulgarian psychotherapist Giorgio Lozano in 1970. It is a teaching and learning method by which a language is learned as the material based on suggestion. Suggestopedia principles. Suggestopedia method consists in three main principles, that is, description. For example, what is description? The teacher introduces the grammar and lexicon of the content. Conversation, active and passive. And elaboration. What is elaboration? Students complete what they have learned with dramas, songs, and games. In this case, the students can do introduction, conversation, elaboration, production. Let's gonna see teacher's role. The teacher's roles are: teacher has an active role. Teacher should create a relaxed atmosphere in class, show absolute confidence in the method. In this case, other point is respect and encourage face-to-face exchange and activity participation. And another point is organize properly and strictly observe the initial stages of the teaching process. What is the student's role? Commitment to the class and its activities. Learners must not try to figure out, manipulate, or study the material presented. And the last, feel comfortable. In this case, you can observe the students. They are relaxed. In this Suggestopedia method, you should be creative. You should use the resources available. What is the resources available? The technology. Nowadays, the technology is all that people need. Advantage. Students are happy to join the class when certain of the class different and colorful. You know. Advantage and disadvantage. Let's gonna see advantage first. Advantage. In this era, most of the schools provide some tools to support Suggestopedia methods, such as audio, projector, sound, etc. Another advantage is teacher can be optimal to elaborate the material by using some instrument, music to make a student interest. Disadvantages. What is the disadvantages? Because this method using music, some cases it will disturb the class when to this room. For example, if you want to apply this method in your class, you can have this type of problem. Another disadvantage is need an extra preparation, such as the decoration classroom, arrangement, and the quality of tools. Activities can you use using this method is role play. In my own opinion, role play is the best activities that students can do, because the students can learn new words, new vocabularies, and the students can express your ideas in public. It's very difficult express your own ideas in front of the audience, but with this type of activities, the students can learn to lose the afraid. Roleplay is one method of maximizing a students' activities in the class and ensuring that the students get an optimal level of practice during their limited time. Thanks. In conclusion, I'm going to speak about 3 questions that are very important in this topic. For example, in conclusion, okay? What is Suyo Superior method? Suyo Superior is a method of teaching a foreign language in which students learn quickly by being made to feel relaxed, interested, and positive. The method is developed because of the argument that students naturally face psychological barriers to learning. Second question, in conclusion, how is Suyo Superior used in the classroom? In the classroom, ask the student to relax and make themselves comfortable. Allow them to sit on the floor or lie down and be with their classmate or listen by themselves while seated at their desk. And the third question, in conclusion, is what is the focus of Suyo Superior? Suyo Superior is a teaching method which focuses on how to deal with the relationship between mental potential and learning ability, and it's very appropriate to use in teaching and speaking for young language learning. Thank you. Now let's gonna see the third topic, that is how to be an effective teacher. The summary of this topic. Exist 4 stages of teaching, that is fantasy, survival, mastery, impact. There are 4 stages of teaching. The first stage is fantasy. They believe that to be a successful teacher, all they need to do is relate and be trained to their students. They also believe that teaching means doing activities, especially fun activities. The second stage is survival. Teachers are in survival when they rely on ineffective practices just to make it through the day. Teachers in survival spend most time winning about work conditions and making excuses. There are 2 more stages, like mastery. These teachers know how to manage their classroom, teach for mastery, and have high expectations for their students. Impact. A teacher's role is to open the door to learning. Effective master teachers know how to get their students to enter for learning. To make an impact on your students, you need to use effective teaching practices. Thank you very much for your attention. God bless you. Have a nice night.